Grazie. So they had a glass of red wine. Signorita. No, what do you say over here? You don't say signorita, that's Spanish. But see, what do you say? Signora. Signorina. Signorina. There you go. Cheers. So they were there at the bar talking away, everything was great, you know, it was all very exciting, new person, getting to know the new person, they were drinking their wine. More. Talking away, oh, we're from the same place, wow, they found out they were from the same place. And they never realized they'd never met before, and yet they lived close to each other, and it was quite interesting. And it was like the alcohol started going in and started feeling better. Do you feel better already? Yeah? Me too. And so then they decided, well, fuck it, let's have another drink, you know? No, he wasn't trying to get her drunk at all. That was not the intention. Cheers. So I'm just going to sit here for a moment because it's getting hard to stand up. And they were talking and talking and talking and blah 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 blah, yeah, and they had another glass of wine. And then he noticed that it was getting late, and they both lived in this area where you needed to get a bus. He didn't have any money at the time, and she was a student, so he was looking at the time and watching the time and thinking, if we don't leave soon, we're going to miss our bus. But if we miss our bus, then we have to spend the evening together in the city, and who knows what will happen, you know? And so he thought, would you like another drink? So she said, sure. And so they had another drink. Ah, Jesus. Cheers.
What about the sperm?
Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you about the sperm. So they were halfway through their last glass. And then, you know, the lights went off, and then the lights came back on again. And the lights went off and came back on again. And that's a signal in Ireland, when they go on and off and on and off, that's a signal, last chance to get a drink. And it's also a signal of the time, and because the last drinks are normally at 11 o'clock. At this time they were at 11 o'clock, and so it was like, oh, we better get another drink, and so they had, just before the drinks were all finished. And then he went, oh shit, and he's like, what? Oh, well, look at the time. It's like, we've missed our bus. And she was like, oh, yeah, fuck, no, oh no, it's fine. And it's like, oh really? And he was thinking, oh, she's cool, you're fine hanging out, you know. He was like, great, this is brilliant. And she goes, no, I'm meeting my boyfriend at midnight, it's fine. And he was like, oh yeah, cool. Cool. So they sat there. Things got a little bit more quiet and a little bit more awkward, and they continued to drink their drinks. Time passed. The bar started closing up. People started leaving. And he was just shriveling up inside, and so he got a beer mat and a piece of paper, and he started writing down some words and said goodbye to her as she left for her boyfriend. And he left her in the bar and took his glass. See you now, thanks very much. And it was went off to the toilet, took a really long piss because there was so much wine, and then got the piece of paper and wrote down words. And then he got up outside, he went to the bank, and then he took out all his money and he took a taxi home because there was no bus. And then he recorded the song that night, drunk, and it went, cheers, darling. Here's to you and your lover boy. Cheers, darling. I've got years to wait around for you. Cheers, darling. I've got your wedding bells in my ear. Cheers, darling. You gave me 3 cigarettes to smoke my tears away, and I die. Can you hold that? This. When you call, mention his name, and I lie. I should have kissed you when we were running in the rain. But what am I? Darling! A whisper in your ear, or a piece of your cake. What am I? Darling? The boy you can fear, or your biggest mistake. Cheers, darling. Here's to you and your lover man. Cheers, darling. I'll just hang around and eat from a can. Cheers, darling. I got a ribbon of green for my guitar. Cheers, darling. I had a beauty queen to sit not very far from me, but I die when he comes around to take you home. I'm too shy. I should have kissed you when we were alone. But what am I, darling? A whisper in your ear, or a piece of your cake.
you can fear, or your biggest. What am I? Here's to you and your lover boy. What am I? Darling, I've got years to wait around for you.
You know, if in a year's time it doesn't matter. I waited and I waited and I waited, and a year and a half later, I kissed her mouth.